My guest today is an actor with notable roles in movies and television shows like The Hunt for Red October, The Preacher's Wife, Law and Order: Criminal Intent, and most recently, The People vs. O.J. And he's back today to talk about his new movie, Office Christmas Party, in theaters this Friday. Help me welcome back to the Lady Charmaine live show, Mr. Courtney B. Vance.
Thank you so much. It's good to be back.
You know what? You have been so busy. You were most recently on the show when you were doing the People versus OJ, which was very successful. And I'm with the end of it, and with everything that came out of it, it was so much talk about the show. I know they're doing one now dealing with Tupac and Biggie. For you, I wanted to ask you this question. Has your thoughts changed regarding the case since you played Johnny Cochran?
Oh, no. Johnny did not, it didn't matter to Johnny. I mean, I think from what I read, all the attorneys had an opinion about what they thought, of the defense attorneys had an opinion about whether or not he did it or not. But it didn't matter to them because it wasn't for them to prove whether he did it or not. It was just for them to poke holes in what the prosecution's case was. So for defense attorneys, they don't care. In fact, they really say, please don't tell me. So please don't tell me whether you did it or not. Let's just do what we do. And let me poke a hole at you, and let's walk. So it didn't matter.
Now you have a brand new movie coming out this Friday. It's Office Christmas Party, also starring Jennifer Aniston and Jason Bateman. Tell us about the movie and your character.
The movie is about a company. The movie is about family. It's about T.J. Miller and Jennifer Aniston's characters, their brother and sister, and TJ was the youngest and the favorite from Jennifer's point of view. Their father owned the company, and TJ was the baby and the favorite, and so Jennifer felt that he got passed for everything, and so when he got the branch that was the father's branch that founded and began the company with. She was mad, and so now that she's a CEO and his father's passed away, and she's running things, she wants to make sure that she puts her thumb on him, and she wants to close his firm because he's not doing, excellent. Actually, he's doing good, but he's not doing excellent. And he doesn't need to close the firm. Maybe he needs to make some adjustments and some cuts, but because she's being hard, core, she's going to close it, and so he's got to figure out a way to keep his firm and his people up and running. And he loves his people. We come to find out he's done all these wonderful things with his trust fund to take care of his people, unbeknownst to them. And so that he's got to try to, he and his Jason Bateman and Olivia Munn's characters got to figure out a way to keep the company open. And they said, let's close this guy, my character, Walter Davis. Let's close him. And his contract, get him to be here at our company, and get his contract of $14 million, and that'll float our company, and we'll be able to stay afloat. And they said, we need to bring him to our Christmas party, and show him, Walter Davis, show me my character a great time, and he'll want to be at our company. And instead of going to Dell, take his wares to Dell, but bring his wares here. And so they throw a Christmas party, and I'm not really feeling it. And all of a sudden, I run into this snow machine, and then this all kind of chaos ensues.
Because I noticed from the film, because I wanted to ask you, Courtney, you are a trained actor with a wide range. How do you choose your roles? Because from the clips, it appears that this role is a little different from the roles that I've seen you play throughout the years. So how do you go about choosing your roles?
A lot of times you would think that we as actors have a lot of choices. Sometimes we don't. And but all we do know, my wife and I, Angela Bassett, what we do is we save our money so that when things don't come in that we don't think that it would be appropriate or wise for us to do, we don't do them, and we don't have to do them. So we're very good and frugal with our money, and our business manager, attorneys, and all they know the drill with us that we live below our means so that we can ride out little dry spells, and when the money does flow, we'll sock it away invested wisely, so we can, again, when there's a dry spell, we can ride it out. So, there were times when things weren't, flowing as much, and when they're not, we got plenty to do at home. We got little ones at home. They're 10, they're going to be almost 11 now, but we got plenty to do. So it's not like we're sitting around twiddling our thumbs. So, when you own your own house, there's always stuff and projects to do around the house. So it's always busy around our house. So it's not like, we value the time at home, because in a minute we're going to be working again, and it's going to be crazy. So we're working now, both of us, and it's crazy.
You are also married to the lovely Angela Bassett, and when you are filming on location for weeks at a time, do you fly to where each other is working to stay connected?
Oh, initially we did. We flew, and more than that, well, more often than that, because we didn't have a lot of money, and we're frugal. We just were on the phone all the time. And this was when we first got married, before the FaceTime and the emails and all that. All we had was the phone. And so we flew. We were on the phone constantly, because you got to keep the connection alive. And now, because the children are there, one of us is usually with the children. If the other one is working, one of us is with the children, nanny. And so we are, because we can't be everywhere at the same time. We need help. And especially, you never know when someone's going to be working, or when one day, with all of a sudden I got to work. You got to have some coverage between that and my mom. My mother has ALS, so that's she lives with us. So there's between the nurses and the children, it's a lot of moving parts. And our assistant, Miss Anita Johnson, she helps coordinate all of our movements so that we can be where we need to be and not be stressed. So Angela's working now in Atlanta, doing the Marvel the Black Panther. So, and I'm here. I go back. I finish here on Wednesday, and I go right back I get back in LA and go right to the premiere. And she doesn't get back till Friday. So it's just, it's a lot of moving parts. But we're always on the phone with the children, and FaceTiming with my mother, and so it takes a village to raise children and to keep us doing what we do.
Now, you mentioned your wife. You just mentioned your kids. You have two beautiful twins. With Christmas just around the corner, how do you and your family celebrate the holidays? Do you have any family traditions?
Well, our family tradition is that we're together, and because a lot of times we're all over the place. That the main thing is that we're together. The tradition, may change. Sometimes we get the tree early. Sometimes we get the tree late. But the main thing is that we're together. We're this for Thanksgiving this year. That Andrew wanted to take the children to the Smithsonian New African American Museum on the Mall. We were there. She and I were there for the dedication of it, which was very, very exciting, and we wanted them to be able to experience it. I was stayed home with my mother, because somebody always has to be home with her, and she took the kids to see the Smithsonian, visit family. My sister is there. Her sisters in Charlotte came up, and then everyone went to New York to see Hamilton and see family there. So it was just a wonderful opportunity for the children to hang out with mom and to see family on the East Coast and to get some culture.
Very good. Well, lastly, before you go, what can we expect to see from you in 2017?
You can see Henrietta Lacks. HBO is doing Henrietta Lacks, Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks, directed by George C. Wolfe. You can see me in The Mummy, which will be dropped sometime, if I know Mr. Tom Cruise, sometime Memorial Day or 4th of July. You can see a new ABC series called, tentatively called Malcolm and Libby, a black widower and a liberal widower and a white Republican pundit get married and trying to figure out how to balance their lives politically and family-wise, sitcom. So I'll be a little busy. I'll be kind of all over the place.
Well, that is good. When you see, we call them BMWs, a black man working. So it sounds good to me for 2017. I know that's right. Well, Courtney, it's a pleasure having you on the show. And I want to remind the audience to make sure you check out Office Christmas Party in theaters this Friday, also starring Jennifer Aniston and Jason Bateman. Again, Courtney, thank you so much for coming back on the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Charmaine.
You're welcome. Have a blessed day.
Thanks, Charmaine.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Thank you.